my great pleasure to present my friend and who I really appreciate, Ricky Steele. Ricky.
Networking is the key to everyone's future, and the more we know about it, the more prepared we are for this future. Today is a day where it's truly not so much what you know or who you know, but as my good friend Susan Knox of Corporate Connection says, it's who knows you. It's very, very important. Who knows you? If you're going to have an exciting future, growing your network is going to be a large part of everything you do every single day. Your network can buy from you. You can certainly sell to them. They can teach you about new technologies. They can tell you about your competitors. And they can sometimes open that door when you don't know any way to get that door opened. They can be a reservoir of goodwill when you really need help in the worst kind of way. Your network will help you become more confident in your daily living. Remember when you were a teenager? I know Mike Atkinson does. He just loved President Roosevelt. Teddy was president back then, wasn't he? Was it Teddy or one of his great uncles? I can't remember. Well, Mike had the first tickets on the Titanic, but he was fortunate enough not to be able to take that trip. And we're all glad too, because we're glad Mike's here with us. Anyway, when you were young and you attended an event, how confident did it make you feel when you knew most of the people in the room? And how uncomfortable were you when you went into a situation where you didn't really know that many folks? Kevin Kelly wrote a book called New Rules for the New Economy, and he explains why it's critical that we all organize and leverage our relationships as a full network in order to create lasting value for ourselves and for that network. And as we go deeper and deeper into the internet economy, I am convinced that over the next number of years that our net worth is going to be equal to our net worth. Our net worth will truly be equal to our net worth. We're going to talk about likability. We're going to talk about educating our network. We're going to talk about availability and being available. And we're going to talk about adapting to new environments, which is really a case study of my move to Thompson Technologies. However, the overriding thing today is one emotion, one word, and it's all revolved around love. Back when I was a youngster, there was a song by Dionne Warwick that said something to the effect of, what the world needs now is love, sweet love. It's the only thing that there's just too little of. Now, not in your personal life, not in your private life, not in your religious life, not in your life, in your entire life, your business life and where you're out every day in the streets. What the world needs now is love, sweet love. It is the only thing that there's just too little of. If you're going to succeed in building a network, it is imperative to have as many nodes on your network truly like you. Of course, another blind realization of the obvious. Tim Sanders is my newest patron saint. Has anybody read any Tim Sanders books? He's got two of them. Great author. I've got both of them up here. The first book he wrote was Love is the Killer App, and it is a great one. We're always looking in the technology world for the killer app, for the thing that differentiates us from everybody else. Mr. Sanders is an employee of Yahoo, and he has made a great case study and says love is the killer app in the business community today, and I believe it to be true. Did you know that doctors give more time to patients that they find likable? A physician attribution study was administered by the University of California to 93 physicians. They were all videotaped with patients with three combinations of likability and competence. There were significant differences in the treatment depending upon the likability of the patients. People who are not liked by someone in authority are always the first to go when business conditions become unfavorable. It's not just enough to do a good job. You have to find ways to increase your likability factors in the eyes of your employers. Friends, I know some of you are saying, heck, if this is all a popularity contest, I'm not going to participate. Fine, that's your choice. Good luck in your next job. Tim Sanders, in his first book, which is the one I mentioned, Love is the Killer App, gives this advice. Your job is to make your clients brilliant. Not to make them think they're brilliant, make them brilliant. Period. End of story. How can you do that if you've not been learning new and innovative ways to help your clients be more successful? A recent statistic that I came across is very, very scary. The average business manager reads 0.07 business books every 5 years. Friends, I urge you to invest in knowledge. It is the thing that will make the difference in your career. It is not your boss's job to make you smarter. Take the money out of your pocket. Invest in yourself. If you're not worth it, then why are you going to work to begin with? Take the time and the energy to make yourself better each and every single day. Many of you have heard I've said over the years in these events that if you think you know everything there is to know, then try to have a friend or a colleague or maybe a spouse pick up the phone and call Patterson's Funeral Home. Have them come pick you up. You are dead. Harry Beckworth said in The Invisible Touch, instead of thinking about value added, think about knowledge added. We have talked value added for so long, it's become like yada, yada, yada. Everybody talks about value added. We need to be talking about knowledge added. What knowledge can you add to your service or to your product, or can you communicate that helps differentiate you in the industry? Of course, as business guru and that's not easy for me to say, prolific author Tom Peters said, be distinct or be extinct. However, I know that failing is within itself not a bad thing. It's a learning experience, and it gives us a chance to do it again. Every one of us fails daily. It is not a sin. What is a sin is quitting. Quitting is something that we should be ashamed of, because when we quit, we deny ourselves a second chance, and we will all get it if we will persevere long enough. It will come. My secrets are simple, and they can become your secrets beginning today. If you do, I promise you, your life's going to improve today. I'm not going to promise you you're going to make any more money or that you're going to land a better job next week, but I will promise you that you'll enjoy every day on this earth better than you enjoyed the day before. However, I'm certain that you can choose to become a servant today or tomorrow. There's no question. It is again a choice. The great Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. Shares great words of wisdom in his observation. Everybody can be great because anybody can serve. You don't have to have a college degree to serve. You don't have to make your subject nor your verb agree to serve. You don't have to know about Plato or Aristotle to serve. You only need a heart full of grace and a soul generated by love. Now, I know there are thousands of examples of great servants all throughout our community and throughout the world. But the real question for you and me this morning, am I an example? And if not, why not? The second secret is wrapped around everything I've tried to share this morning. The second secret is a little bit harder, but it's also doable. I made a decision a long time ago to try to love every single person that I meet. All right, some of you are saying, well, if old fat man finally lost it, there's no way you can do that. I don't even want to try. It's just not worth it. That's fine. That's your choice. We all have choices we make each and every single day. I didn't say it was going to be easy, because it's not. But I do understand your dilemma. I want you to make sure you understand, I never said anything about liking every single person. That's what the whole likability book is all about. Liking and loving folks is a whole lot different. I find it hard to believe that I've met everybody in the 5-county area within Atlanta, Georgia, that do not know how to count to 10. I met them in Kroger and Publix ahead of me in the express lane when I went to get one thing and they had 30. Those are hard people to like, friends. But I can choose to love them if I want to and if I'm willing to make that choice. I'm going to close for sure with a quote that Sam Nunn, former partner here at King & Spalding and great United States Senator, shared, and it's on the back cover of my book. He did it in an endorsement. He quoted Margaret Mead, who said, "Never doubt that a small group of thoughtful, committed citizens can change the world. Indeed, it is the only thing that ever has. You are, and you can become, that group of thoughtful, committed citizens, serving as sales folks, technical engineers, CEOs and CTOs, and any of the other hats you wear every single day. It is your vision and your example that can change the history for your coworkers, for your friends, for your neighbors, and for your family. Changing the world for good is just like loving and serving. It's a choice that each of us can make this very day. You accept the roles because you make that choice. If you've not made that choice, and you didn't hear anything else I said this morning, please, please make that choice. Make this world a better place.
A new partner. Congratulations.